Hi everyone, Bird here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com with another little movie review called DARLIN, D-A-R-L-I-N. Please, if you're new to the channel, push your subscribe button, push that bell notification and make sure your notifications are set to public so you get to know when these little reviews, and I do TV drama reviews and information vlogs as well on what's on TV and what's coming out to buy, etc, etc. So press that notification button and make sure your notifications are set to public, otherwise you won't get to hear about these things. Yeah, we're going to look at DARLIN today. It was written and directed by Pollyanna Macintosh, and it's classed as a direct sequel. And I actually read somewhere that there's another film, so this could be the third in the trilogy. But obviously, it's definitely a sequel, and it's a sequel to a film called The Woman in 2011, where Pollyanna Macintosh starred as a woman, and she actually reprises that role in this latest offering. But someone did say it's also a film called The Offspring in 2009 was actually the first in this series. So, without actually having seen The Offspring or The Woman, my apologies, I don't really know, but you may know better than I do about that. As a standalone film, part of a trilogy, yeah, I mean, I didn't need to necessarily watch the other one or the other two because I sort of got into it quite quickly and knew what was sort of going on. Yeah, it's been described as a social history horror film, but obviously I just class it as a horror thriller, so we'll see we'll see what it is in the next few minutes. It's 100 minutes long, so it's an hour and 40 minutes, and it's actually The Woman, which was basically, obviously it's a sequel to The Woman, actually scored quite well on Internet Movie Database. I had a quick look back, even though the original The Offspring only got about 4.8 out of 10. The Woman actually scored 6 out of 10 with Joe Public. That's you and me watching it, so it did okay. I mean, apart from Pollyanna Macintosh starring in it, you've also got Cooper Andrews, Christina Arndt, Lauren Lanny, and Brian Batt also starring. And it's about a feral teenager really who actually ends up at a hospital. We're not 100% the reasons behind this. Dropped off by this woman, obviously, at this hospital, and obviously she ends up in a home run by a bit of a dodgy bishop, and that's really the story. And obviously you've got this woman searching for her eventually, because obviously she's dropped her at the hospital for a reason. Obviously she'll come back and have a look for her, won't she? But in the meantime she'll cause bloody havoc while she does so. Any good? I mean, it's getting interesting scores. Metascore, the critics rating, are anywhere between 3 out of 10 and 7 out of 10, so quite a wide range, and it goes from a wobbly mix of comedy and horror, although I must admit I'm not too sure where he found the comedy in this, to be honest with you, to for fans of bizarre punk horror. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, I just like good films, and I'm not a fan of bizarre punk. If it's a bizarre punk horror and it's a good film, I'll enjoy it. The Internet Movie Database, that's again Joe Public. As I said, The Woman got 6 out of 10, didn't it? This is only getting 4.8 out of 10 based on 1,049 reviews, and only 38%. So about a third, just over a third of the people who could be bothered to leave a score or a review actually marked it 6 and over. So it's not a total disaster. I mean, you've still got almost 40% of the people still sort of rated it watchable or better. And some of the little comments, if you look through the Internet Movie Database user ratings, imperfect but decent, potential but with a question mark, a good first feature. Obviously that's relating to Pollyanna's. This is Pollyanna Macintosh's first effort, obviously written and directed by her, so this is her first effort at directing. Dumb but entertaining. So that's like your positives. You have quite a lot of negatives though. I mean, as you say, obviously the negatives are probably in the 62%, aren't they? So you got things like unbelievably awful, absolute rubbish, oh so dull, a waste of time, and pure nonsense. Well, movie game nostalgia. Yeah, I mean, does it inspire me to watch 1 and 2? Probably not on the basis of what I watched today with this, but obviously The Woman got a higher rating, and obviously I may look back at The Woman. I might give Offspring a miss for now, but I might go back and watch The Woman and see the lead up to this, obviously, because apparently it is a sort of follow-on thing anyway. So I may well go back and watch The Woman. It does start well. I mean, it is well acted. It's well put together. It looks as though, you know, all right, some of the actors are not fantastic, but it doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look too low budget. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of money spent on it, but it looks quite well put together, and it does start well. I mean, it does intrigue me the first, as you say. I think it helps when I don't know what's going on. I mean, because you're trying to think, oh, you know, perhaps that'll be explained to you and things like this, or perhaps you know, but some of it is, some of it isn't, sort of thing. But yeah, the first 20-25 minutes I thought was quite interesting, but for a film that lasts 100 minutes, it sort of does drag a little bit, but then there's so much more it could have told you. It does sort of not give you all the background information as it goes through. In 100 minutes, you can get a lot of background and find out a lot of stuff on the people in the film. There's some killing in it, and a lot of the killing just comes from nowhere. There's no real tension build up or anything like that. It's just very quick and fast, and you know, you don't get time to even think about what's going to happen and worry about it or even think. But then again, many of the characters, I don't care less really whether they live or die, to be honest with you. They just need to be flushed out, the characters. We just don't know enough about the characters, unfortunately. I mean, obviously the little hero, the girl who's left, obviously the feral teenager. Yeah, I mean, I feel as though I want to stick up for her, but she goes into this home with other children. You know very little, you know, and you just think, oh, she's going to be tormented here and something's going to happen, and it just doesn't quite follow the basic rules of what you think it should be. And it's just that there's so many things. It's as though someone's took a series and actually edited it and put it together as a film, because there's so much you just don't learn. Some good ideas, some okay ideas. I said they just aren't expanding on. My little rating, I mean, based on the whole film, the lack of real build up of tension and scares. I mean, it's supposed to be a horror. I mean, it is supposed to be a horror, and apart from that, yeah, horrific things happen, but they're not scary horrific things. They don't sort of really grip you and get you know, or make you jump or make you worry about something. So it totally sort of ruined it. The lack of depth to the thing, to be honest with you. And I think as a first effort, it's pretty poor by Pollyanna Macintosh. You know, no offense, and because I think it should have been so much better. There's so, you know, you're watching it and you think, well, only if this had been done and only if that had been done, and it's just sort of all sort of rushed, and it doesn't need to be rushed. It could have been made a lot better than it is. I mean, I'm going to give it a movie game nostalgia rating of just 5 out of 10. I won't put you off if you like The Woman. You've been looking forward to this. Obviously, you're going to watch it anyway, aren't you? Because you watched it. But just see what you think and let me know in the comments about it being fleshed out and some of the characters just not being enough story to it. And things sort of happen, and I mean, the final scene sort of is a whole summation of the film, to be honest with you. It could have been so much better, the final scene. It's just the problem. It just encompasses the problem with the whole film. There is a reasonable story in there. It's a bit of a daft story, of course it is, but I mean, you know, there is a reasonable sort of little chiller horror in there, but obviously it never quite comes out, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'm going to give a movie game nostalgia rating 5 out of 10 for the film Darling. Please let me know what you think, and I say it's a little bit disappointing, but yes, I will go back and watch The Woman. I won't do a review on here, but I will go back and watch The Woman now and see what that's all about, and if it makes me feel any better about Darling, but I doubt it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitter for all the latest movie and TV drama news. I'm at Charles Deneen, Deneen spelled DINNN. I'm at nostalgia_movie, and I check every couple of days and follow everyone back. So if you're after some followers, do that. I'm on Facebook with links, obviously links below in my things as well, to my little website, moviegamenostalgia.com, for old and rare DVDs, movie posters from the 1990s and 2000s, and board games as well. So if you can spend 5 minutes on moviegamenostalgia.com, thumbs up to you, very much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for joining me today for this little review of the film Darling. Join me again for something very, very soon, another review or an information vlog or a TV drama, or look at a TV drama season, you know, so anything like that. Please join me again. Thanks for watching today. What you've got to do yesterday, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. Let's all look after each other. Until we meet again, this is Bernard saying goodbye for now.